Hello, so here we are in the last week of April. This month we're focusing on spring clearing. And this week I'd like to look at organizing as a practice. You know, anything that you do that you become successful at takes practice. And so organizing, and I know some of you are shivering in this moment because organizing is not something that calls you, but I just want to give you some easy tips on how you can start to organize and stay that way. There's an author whose name is Julie Morgenstern, and she wrote a book called Organizing from the Inside Out. And she had some wonderful ideas for clearing up your home space, your office space. But as I looked at her book, I thought, wow, you know, some of these tips could work internally as well. So I'm going to give them to you, and I'm going to talk about them from both points of view. The first one, she says, sort. Go through stuff in your house, in your office, and put them in piles. Sort them. I say internally, you know, write down those places that you feel stuck or not supportive. Like, what are you eating? What are you doing in terms of exercise? What are you doing in terms of the way in which you do or do not take care of yourself? So sort. Make a list. And then purge is the second one on her list. Get rid of stuff that you are not using and stop making excuses as to why you should keep it. Clear out that storage area, that closet, that desk. Purge. And from the internal point of view, purge those habits that are not supportive. Eating potato chips at 11 o'clock might not be supportive. The next thing she says is assign a new home. Put it in a place where you know it is, in a desk, on a shelf, in a closet. For me, the internal part of assign a new home is for me to really put in my journal some place where I can really see clearly, you know, what I'm doing, what I'm agreeing to, what I'm committing to. The fourth thing she says is containerize. Put things in containers. It helps you keep things organized and helps you not to accumulate a whole lot more. The container for me are lists, things that I can see. I put reminders and affirmations in my office, in my home, places that I can see things that I'm committing to. That's my container, the container to remind me, to reflect back of what I'm wanting to do in my life. And the last thing she says is equalize. And what she means by that is 2 or 3 weeks after you organize, reconnect with yourself. How did you do? Are you staying on target? Are you staying on task? For me, it's to go back in my journal or to look at my list and say, how are you doing? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Are you handling the things for your projects? This is also a great time to invite in your accountability partner. Remember that person? Someone on a team that can support you in being accountable, in staying organized internally and externally. I don't know where you are in this process, and I don't know how committed you are, but I want to invite you to really look at it, to really look at organizing from the inside out, really creating a practice around staying organized with your spiritual practice, with your journaling, with your projects for the day, being with your family, any commitment that you are making. Really make a practice out of it and be organized and create a system. Systems keep you anchored. I invite you to just really in this month being committed to being organized as a practice, so that as you step into this next month, that you really are open and available to the outpouring of good that's coming into you, wanting to come into you, is available for you. So please join me in this moment as we just really anchor these tips that we sort, that we purge, that we assign new homes, that we containerize, that we equalize, that we become accountable to ourselves to make a difference, to create systems that support us. You are worth it. You are important. In fact, you are the most important person in your life. As you are organized and clear and anchored, you affect the whole, everything and everyone in your life. Spring clear and dare to live a life that is organized, clutter-free, and expansive. And so it is.